Hi there. Today I have a shirt card for you. It's done with an origami fold, and I'm going to show you how to do the origami fold, and then I'm going to show how to finish the inside out to make a nice card. So I'll show you how to finish out the inside of the card in just a minute, but we'll begin with an 8.5 by 11 piece of designer series paper. And we'll fold the long sides together, and it's important to get the edges matched up really nice and evenly so that your folds all work out the way you want them to in the end. Then use a bone folder to get nice crisp edges. So now you're going to unfold your cardstock, and the green side is the side that I want the finished shirt to be, so we'll make sure it is folded to the outside. And you'll line the edges up towards the center now to get two folds in toward the center. And I found that the paper moved on me as I went along, so it's almost better to overlap at this point so you don't end up with a little gap where your paper meets. So now we'll open our fold back up and take the very outside corner and fold it over to line up with the edge of our outside crease. Make a little crease and do the same thing on the other side. So now fold the sides back in to meet, and right at the base of that V, fold over and make another nice crisp fold. This is where we're going to create the actual sleeves to the shirt. This is kind of the trickiest part. And you're going to pull out and line the edges together. Then you'll kind of create a little flap. And do the same thing on the other side. You'll notice I'm not making a crisp crease with my bone folder at this point. I like to get everything lined up and make sure nothing's hanging down on one side once I flip it over, and then I finalize and make a nice crisp edge. So now we've created our sleeves, and we want to create the collar of the shirt. So now it's important that we're working on the right side of the paper. We don't want the side where the two fold together. We want the outside. And we're going to fold up this bottom edge, but I like to measure it so it comes out nice and crisp and even. I do about a 5/8 of an inch collar. And just kind of mark the lines and then fold them up. So now you're seeing where the two sides come together from the other side. And you want to get a nice crisp edge and make sure everything lines up, because this is where anything that doesn't match or was folded a little sloppy will really show up. So now we'll flip our cardstock over, and we're working on the side where the two folds meet. And we'll bring our edge of our collar over to the center fold and down about a 1/2 inch. You don't want to go too much further down because you'll make your collar too skinny, and then it'll look out of balance with the rest of your card. So you do the same thing to the other side, just line up the two edges of the collar to meet together and make a nice crisp fold. And the next step is to flip it over and pull the card up under the collar, and now you're actually forming the front part of the shirt. And again, use the bone folder to get nice crisp edges here. And that actually creates the origami fold. So I'll show you how to decorate the card in just a minute, but now we're going to finish out the inside of the card. And we'll begin by cutting a piece of matching designer paper the same size as the square that's formed on the front of the shirt, and a white piece of cardstock that is the same width but is double the length. So you want it to be the same width of the shirt but twice as long as the front square. We'll add some adhesive to the inside, and I add a lot to make sure everything sticks nicely. And I found that if you fold it over at the crease and match the creases on the fold line up, it comes together a little bit better. So press it all down nicely and get your base attached to the origami piece. And that's the inside. And the other piece of cardstock is so that you can finish out the back side and make it look nice. Just add more adhesive, and again I like to add a lot so that it sticks really nicely. And cover up the white that's showing. And that creates your card. So this is how I finished off the shirt. I added a tie that I created in my digital studio so that it would be the right size. I stamped a sentiment and left room to write a handwritten note inside. And then I added these fun little embellishments. These are candy dots, and they're in the new catalog. I think they're one of my favorite new things. They're just, they look like the tops of the brads, so they're a lot less work than adding a brad. You just peel off the little decoration and put it wherever you want. They're really cute, and they come in all the different colors. So I added buttons to the collar. They just peel and stick, and they stick really nicely too. And then I added one more so that it looked like it has a little tie pin there. You could do a lot more. This is just some basic decoration. You could add a little shirt pocket. You can make buttons all the way down the front of the card. But I just wanted a simple shirt and tie. So that's our project. Thanks for watching.